My name's Ryan. I'm a tattoo artist in Billings, Montana. I've been vegan since 2000, I want to say 12. Anything that comes from an animal, you do not ingest it. You do not take part in it. I think the biggest thing for me is the ethics. I've talked to so many people just kind of debating what's ethical, and they always try to sway me. They say, what if, and what if this? And it always just boils down to no, I can't do it. Especially at the tattoo shop, it's all these like meat eating, like barren arms dudes. And so they're like, yeah, I eat meat. And they're stubborn. I mean, all tattooers are stubborn. So it's their mission to try to get me to eat meat or dairy.
Veganism is not eating food derived from animals or using animal products and includes a variety of motivations. The mission of environmental veganism is to reduce human impact on the environment.
It's kind of your actions, what you're buying into, the products that you are supporting. You're not supporting the factory farming.
A milking dairy cow drinks about 30 to 50 gallons of water each day. During periods of heat stress, water intake may double.
By not contributing to certain companies, you're reducing your carbon footprint because you're not financially supporting them so they can keep pumping out all these toxins into the environment.
With animal waste pouring into our water systems, dairy farming leads to more water pollution than all other industrial sources combined.
It always just boils down to ethics. I do not want leather on my body. I get that leather is maybe lasts longer. I'm gonna think of how that was an animal and how that was harvested and the pain and the suffering that was in that and how that's impacted the planet too. We live on this planet, obviously, and so everyone's contributing to it.
Animal agriculture is a leading source of carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane emissions, the top 3 greenhouse gases. 72 gallons of methane per single cow are sent out towards the ozone each day. If you multiply that by 88 million cattle in just the United States, that's more methane than landfills, natural gas leaks, and fracking.
It impacts everything around us. Our winters get more intense, our summers are hot, especially, living in Montana too. I'm sweating so bad.
I'm sweating. I have the meat sweats right now.
It's the air we breathe, it's the world we live in, it's everything around us, so why not try to make it a better place and a better environment? I've always loved dogs. I've always been a dog freak. Every t-shirt I had growing up had a dog on it. All of my childhood, I was like that kid that was like, Mommy, why are we eating meat? I remember being vegetarian for a really long time. And then I went vegan when me and my sister moved in together because our roommate was vegan. Once I got educated, I just ran with it. I think being able to share resources together was really helpful and living together.
You've been vegan for how many more years than me? 2012.
You
led, I followed.
Yeah, and it was a quick follow. Once you spread that education like my roommate did to me, it just keeps going. And so if you have that passion and you spread it to other people and you educate people, it's gonna make an impact. I think with veganism too, it ties back to, for me anyway, just any human intervention with nature. And I think the basic principle is factory farming and producing all these animals that aren't gonna naturally develop and live on this one piece of land.
Every 6 seconds, an acre of rainforest is cut down for cattle farming. That's around 14,400 acres every day. About 260 million acres of U.S. forests have been cleared in order to create cropland to produce feed for these animals.
The less the dairy industry is in demand, the less it will be negatively impacting the environment.
Now, we have so much technology, there's so many different ways of getting protein, and a lot of vegetables do have protein and people don't know that.
The president of the World Watch Institute has said that the world's supersized appetite for meat is one of the main reasons why greenhouse gas emissions are increasing rapidly.
People are brought up to think food, their protein is meat. So it's an innovative way of thinking that you can get your protein from other sources. I have so many plants in my house.
This is how I drive away. I usually put them up here and then I drive away and someone is always like, I like your plants!
It brings me so much joy to check on them every morning and feel their soil and look at their roots. It always goes back to you are love and everyone's love. If you can live
by loving, that's just kind of true to your nature of being love.
If you're intentionally excluding animal products, you're putting love into just the act of nourishing yourself. The earth would be healthier if we put more love into what we were doing.
I would encourage you to try it out and learn about it, live it. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. At least you tried it, but at least try to educate yourself.
The United Nations has concluded that a global shift towards vegan eating is necessary to combat the worst effects of climate change.
I definitely see being vegan for the rest of my life. For me, veganism works. Ethically, it works. And I'm gonna keep this going, and I would never, and I really do mean that. I will never go back to eating animal byproducts.